Hello viewers, welcome back to a delightful, simple Sri Lankan village style lunch today. Our lunch is inspired by the traditional cuisine of Sri Lankan villages where fresh ingredients, time honored recipes, and love come together to create dishes that nourish both body and soul. So, here in Chicago, I was able to find this village style vegetables, and I am so excited to share the recipes with you. Sweet and spicy Amberella curry, breadfruit and spinach curry, topped with a flavorful tempering, or we call it tadka, a very healthy and popular Sri Lankan salad, Gotukola Sambol, or we call it Vallari Kira or pennyworth, and my favorite beef brain masala curry. I'm not sure most of you all are familiar with this beef brain masala curry. Subscribe to Nazeema's Taste of Home. Press the bell icon for latest updates. So let's start with the breadfruit curry. For those who are not so familiar with breadfruit, it is a super starchy yam sort that is almost like tapioca or jackfruit. It is very popular in Sri Lanka and India. First, cut in half and remove the skin of the breadfruit, and then remove the core of the breadfruit. The somewhat hard core is not used as it adds a bit of bitterness into the dish. Cut rest of the breadfruit into large chunks. I'm going to add it to a clay pot. Add a handful of onions, green chilies, rampe and curry leaves. Half teaspoon turmeric powder, half teaspoon red chili powder, half teaspoon Sri Lankan curry powder, half teaspoon fenugreek seeds, salt as needed, and add enough water to cook the breadfruit, and let's cook on medium heat until it is really soft. I found these Amberellas, or we call it June plum, in a Chinese store, but they are really small, not like the ones in Sri Lanka. I'm going to cook the whole bag. If you have larger Amberellas, you can cut it into two, but I have decided to cook the whole fruit just like this as they are really small. Heat a pan, add 2 tablespoons of ghee, or instead you can add oil, but ghee will give a nice flavor. Add each of half teaspoon fenugreek seeds, cumin seeds and mustard seeds. When they flutters, add a small piece of cinnamon stick and about 4 or 5 cardamoms, along with some rampe, curry leaves, 2 or 3 green chilies, a handful of onions. Saute it for a minute and then add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, half teaspoon turmeric powder, and fry the red chili powder in the oil for a minute. That way it will give a nice color at the end of the cooking. After about a minute, now let's add the Amberellas or the June plums. Add enough salt and then give it a good mix. Add enough thick and thin coconut milk to cook the Amberellas. Add about a half teaspoon of Sri Lankan curry powder. Give it a good mix and cook on medium to low heat, and then simmer it until it is really soft. Meanwhile, I am going to add about half a bunch of spinach to the breadfruit. So I am going to clean this and rinse it and chop it. Spinach leaves are believed to contain properties that reduces the heatiness of the breadfruit, but I am not too sure how true that is, but I still love it. Now the breadfruit is soft and mushy, so let's add a handful of spinach. I like to add a lot, just like this, and then add thick coconut milk, about half a cup or little more or less, and make it like a gravy, and do not overcook this because you will lose the nutritious value of the spinach. Now remove it from the heat. Meanwhile, let's clean and make the Gotukola Sambol. Gotukola, or we call it Vallari Kira in Tamil and pennyworth in English, is a herby coconut salad very popular in Sri Lanka. It makes a wonderful accompaniment to rich, spicy dishes. This Gotukola Sambol doesn't need a recipe or an introduction. Everyone knows how to make this. Clean it and rinse it and pat dry with a paper towel. Finely chop the gotukola including the stalks and place in a large bowl. Add onions, green chilies, a handful of coconut, salt and Maldive fish flakes and about 1 medium-sized lemon juice. Mix well to combine, taste it and add more salt if desired, and now it is ready. And then my rice is ready too, and here the Amberella has cooked about 80% now. I'm going to add about half a cup of jaggery powder. You can add jaggery, brown sugar or white sugar, and then simmer it for another 10 minutes until it is really juicy and soft. And then I'm going to serve this breadfruit into the dish, and let's make the tempering or tadka. Heat some oil, add some crushed garlic, red chili pieces, curry leaves, mustard seeds and fenugreek seeds, half teaspoon red chili flakes, but this is optional. This final touch of tempering added to the breadfruit curry or del curry brings everything together and it is so flavorful and delicious. I'm going to check the Amberella curry now. It is almost ready now. Let it serve into the serving dish. And finally, here comes my quick and easy and very healthy beef brain masala curry. I have already shared a recipe in my channel for beef brain fry. Heat a pan, add some oil. I have already cut the beef brain and rinsed it few times. When the oil heats up, add cumin seeds, fenugreek seeds along with a tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste, a handful of onions, curry leaves. Stir fry for about a minute and then add 2 or 3 green chilies. I have added red chilies, medium sized tomato finely chopped. I am going to use this meat masala. I just got it down from Sri Lanka from my sister. I am going to add 1 tablespoon meat masala, half teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin powder, and then let's add it to the onion mix. Saute further for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then let's add salt as needed. Give it a good mix and saute for about 30 seconds, and then let's add about a cup of water because I'm going to make it with some gravy. And then let's add the beef brain. This brain cooks really fast, so you do not have to cook for a long time. Cook it around 5 or 7 minutes and simmer it for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then this delicious beef brain masala curry is now ready for serving. I know for sure most people are turned off with brain fry or curry. Maybe it's got the most bizarre brainy look, or as it's a little too much for some of them to stomach. Although for others like me it sounds completely natural. But if you don't mind, you can taste the best dish ever, which tastes similar to scrambled egg whites, like with creamy texture. So now it's time to serve my rice and curries. Sri Lankan cuisine is a mix of many different flavors, and the most popular dish is rice and curry. This dishes like a small party in your mouth with many different tastes, from the rich coconut milk to the hot and spicy chili peppers. Hope you enjoyed this simple and easy Sri Lankan rice and curry. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. Spread the joy of cooking. See you soon with more Sri Lankan recipes. Thanks for watching. See you later.